Hey everybody, Don the Networking Grunt. So after you watch this video and you're interested in this product, go to this website right here, order your product, work directly with the Networking Grunt. So what is a product? It's Keto OS and Pruvit. All right, Pruvit's the company, Keto OS is the product, ketone operating system. What is it and what isn't it? Well, today we're going to cover the weight loss aspect of Keto OS. Will you lose weight taking Keto OS? Yes. Can I explain it the best? Probably not. But do I know it works? Yes, I dropped 30 pounds in the last 90 days. That's amazing without increasing my activity level. Now, I can't explain it the best, but a business partner of mine, Rob DeBoer, can. So we're going to play his video right now. And then after that video, I guarantee, go to this website right here. You won't regret it. You're going to lose weight. You're going to feel great. Your life is going to change. Go to that website. Enjoy the video.
All right. Hey guys, it's Rob DeBoer here at the Pruvit Labs in Dallas, Texas. Super passionate about this topic. The name of the video, Keto OS, it's not a weight loss product. A lot of misinformation out there. We're going to set the record straight. First of all, we make some pretty profound statements with Keto OS. Number one, this will put you into a state of ketosis. Correct. Number two, this will burn body fat. Correct. Now, those two statements will be discredited by just about anybody in the fitness industry. Most people won't believe an hour to ketosis. Most people will say one product doesn't cause fat loss. I'm going to prove it to you. So number one, weight loss is all about a scale. We don't have any time or patience for that. And I'm telling you, if you're someone that's focused on the scale moving, I get it. But we need to re-educate you and explain why that isn't very important. Number two, I want to address that this product does put you into ketosis and it does create fat loss. When we talk about ketosis, we're talking about an elevated level of ketones in your body. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Ketogenesis is when your body naturally creates ketones through beta oxidation of fat that creates this fuel source called ketones as a result of removing carbs from your diet, a starvation diet. So those ketones were created after body fat was utilized. Exogenous, outside of the body ketones. First time ever since the beginning of mankind, as crazy as that sounds, first time ever, this product could deliver exogenous, outside the body, ketone supplementation. So ketones from 5, 6, 7 days endogenously through natural processes or starvation versus Keto OS, which is, 30 seconds, scoop of powder mixed up with ice and water, drink, tastes great. Both options will measure on a blood test. Both options will measure on a urine test. So for any of those skeptics that say this can't put you in ketosis for an hour, just prove it. Just prove it to them. Show them a blood test, show them a urine test. The difference is our product can now coexist with glucose in your body. Never been able to happen before. Why? Because if glucose was available, ordinarily, your body doesn't need body fat turned into energy. That glucose provides it. So, just look at a couple of the benefits. Number one, fat loss. Not weight loss, fat loss. We want to know that your clothes fit better, not that the scale moved. And here's probably the most important thing you need to understand about that. It's about preserving and protecting the lean muscle and tissue that you have. Let me actually show you, because every trainer in America, anybody that knows anything about fitness, they're going to give you a formula. So we'll call this the fat loss formula. Okay? First one. There's not a trainer on the planet that wouldn't say, we need you to make better choices. There's not a trainer on the planet that would say, we need less than, so we need less refined sugar. Or just sugar, we'll just put that. We need more, we need to burn more calories. We need to eat less calories. So we'll put a greater than, less than sign there. And probably most important, preserve, protect muscle. To do this, 1000% it works. Absolutely, that's an incredible formula for every person on the planet. However, it's not convenient for most people. It's difficult for most people. Around the holidays, it's not something that you want to think about or care about. However, what if we could show you a product that accomplished and addressed all these? That's where the fat loss comes in. I'll show you. Better choices. Keto OS, caffeinated or uncaffeinated, doesn't matter. Yes. How? Ketones are a natural appetite suppressant. Ordinarily, that's a bad thing, especially someone 18 plus years in the industry. I don't want to suppress your appetite. I want you to eat those 6, 7 small meals every day with 7 almonds in your palm of your hand, every few hours. Not realistic, not convenient, certainly not all that satisfying. So we can control your appetite. I'll address why that's not a bad thing. Fine sugar, okay? Ketones don't require insulin to enter into your cells. In other words, glucose requires an insulin response. For glucose to enter into your cells to create ATP, which is cellular energy, fancy way of saying, or the fancy way is adenosine triphosphate. But for you to have energy, insulin has to turn carbs, glucose, into energy. Ketones don't need insulin. So what is an insulin response to? Well, blood sugars. What does Keto OS do? Helps regulate and control that, okay? Because it doesn't require insulin to be utilized and turned into energy. We want to burn more calories. Energy and focus. Go Google about anything you want. You're going to use less oxygen to create more ATP, that's cellular energy, than glucose. In other words, this acts like a fourth macronutrient. Think about it. Fat, carbs, protein. 9 kilocalories, 4 kilocalories. Protein is 4. We've got a fourth macronutrient called ketones that has a energy yield of 4.5, 5.5, 6 calories. So it's offering more energy, it's creating more ATP production, and it requires less oxygen. Side note, that's why athletes who take this product, they say, I completed the workout, it just wasn't as difficult. The marathon runner that runs the marathon, gosh, I felt like I had an extra win. I delayed the bonk. Okay, so we've addressed the idea that more energy because the brain prefers ketones. It loves them. Okay, so eat less calories. Okay, well, that pretty much comes up here. It's a lot easier to eat less when you're not hungry. Guess what? Glucose, spike, crash, hungry. Glucose, spike, crash, hungry. With Keto OS, all right? Appetite control, not hungry, not hungry, not hungry, not hungry. No spike, just hungry, all right? Lastly, and most importantly, all these weight loss challenges, all these companies that say, hey, lose 50 pounds in 50 days, all these companies that say drink a shake every morning that's usually got sugar in it, and hey, if you want to lose weight faster, and they'll always say that, you want to lose weight faster, not fat, if you want to lose weight faster, drink a shake for breakfast and lunch. Well, how great is that? That's not realistic, that's not satisfying. And here's the problem with it. Okay, you gave me a 110 calorie shake in the morning. What happens until lunchtime? What happens when I get the spike and the crash, More importantly, a better question is, what happens, what's in your shake that's preserving and protecting my lean tissue? Because I have no calories there. So you're telling me I'm hungry, not gonna have energy, and I've gone into a catabolic state, which means muscle breakdown, protein breakdown. Well, ketones, primary ingredient in our product Keto OS. Guess what? They're protein sparing, proven, scientific research. Go and Google ketones space protein sparing. Go and Google ketones space sports performance, ketone space inflammation. You'll see all the benefits, but if we're talking about body recomposition, we're not talking about weight loss. So again, if you're on the scale and it moves back and it moves back, throw your scale out the window. Like, I'm so passionate about that, and most personal trainers, if they're telling you to look at a scale, throw them out the window. Seriously, like, it's not a measure of success. We want to know how your clothes fit. And I don't care if it's 3 weeks and nothing's happening. I care if it's 3 months and nothing's happening. Then we're going to address something. But you'll see progress. Again, 2 words that are so important. Discouragement will allow you to quit. Progress will allow you to succeed. Guess what? This takes a long time. It's hard to see progress. This, progress in an hour. An hour. An hour. Why? Better choices because of appetite control. No spikes, regulates blood sugar. Energy, feel great. Hey, I don't know if you're sedentary. This might actually make you get off the couch and jog to the mailbox, or get on a treadmill, or take your dog for another walk. Why? Because now all of a sudden you've got energy. Less calories. Again, our product, when you take 1 serving, we tell people, don't eat until you're hungry. Not when it's time to eat. Don't eat until you're hungry. I don't care if it's lunchtime. I don't care if everybody's going. If you ask yourself, am I hungry? Chances are you're not, a lot longer than when you ordinarily would be with this product. Lastly, protect and preserve muscle. Probably the most hidden, most important thing that you need to understand. So if you're not losing fat loss, maybe even started a training program, maybe even started doing body weight squats and push-ups or lunges at home. Guess what? That's a good thing. Your scale might move up. Why? Muscle weighs more than fat. Okay, it's denser. It's better for your body. Oh, by the way, if we if we can help our body change and protect and preserve more muscle and lose more body fat, we become even more efficient and effective at losing body fat. More muscle, more body fat loss. So again, this product puts you in a position to lose body fat. So when we say first benefit, fat loss, yep, it does. Not the second you drink it, but for the next 5 hours after you drink it, you're in a position that every trainer in America would tell you is a fat loss formula. And we make it realistic. It's not that difficult. How can we prove that to you? Just take a sample, just take a serving. So I don't care if you're, an infant, the elderly, an elite athlete, everyday average person, just get this. I tell people, don't ever be less than a 30-day customer, ever. And as distributors, don't ever let anyone be less than a 30-day customer. However, I understand some people want to try it, and we can validate and prove with a urine or blood test, this product works. We're living up to our end of the bargain. We are putting ketones in your body. We can prove that. Removes all motive. I'm not selling this just because I earn an income. I'm selling this because I'm telling you what I'm offering, you're researching it, and you're selling yourself by what you read, a century worth of benefits. Lastly, and this is just my pet peeve, when these companies call and they say, this is the greatest juice, greatest ingredient, secret fruit, best shake, pre-digested protein in our shake. Okay, that sounds great. Prove to me that that protein pre-digested in my stomach after it went down my throat. Other than you telling me, prove me, physically, physiologically. Because I've got a company that they can do it in an hour. How can you prove that to me? Oh, your juice is the greatest juice? Very well may be. When it goes down my throat after I drink it, how can you prove that to me? Well, it's, just do it for 30 days. What if I don't want to do it for 30 days? What if I want to make sure I'm investing my money wisely and I want you to prove it to me in the first day? Can't do it. They'll never be able to do it. So buyer beware when you're talking to people with nutrition programs, with weight loss products, because a lot of it is smoke and mirrors, and it's all become about marketing. And if you think about it and you peel back the onion, this makes sense. It's just a fact. This makes sense. So hopefully this video helps tie some things together. The fact that we claim this is a fat loss product, not a weight loss product, is very accurate. because it puts you in a position to win, to lose body fat, and as a result, everything else in your life changes. Thanks so much. We're done.